Just a little patchy and a stick or twa. Sure on a button, maybe een or twa. Surely that'll be him, he's an awful loon. Torn bricks may steady climbing up and down. Just a torn poochie, lining hanging out. Carrying a handful of bowls of hay ned out. Figs a fels good scalping. Tearing eyes bricks. When I'm feeling wearied, chewing in the sticks. Just a little facey, fighting wan and sick. Here he has been lying, quietly for a week. God forgive me grudging, patching up his clays. For when he was glimmering, they were happy days. On a chair they're lying, neatly in the fall. Bricks to fit a laddie, nae just very all I knew for mischief. Pranks of boyhood days. Word that he was better and tearing up his clays. And the other one was look before you leap. The moosey shalout recht up through the hole and sat quietly picking a hint a bit cold that lay near the scuttle so big and so wide, a grand kind of place for a wee moose to hide. At last she crept out and had a look round to see if yon grey cat was sleeping right soon. She saw that the missus was reading a book, or busy with love for a wee moose to look. So quickly she dashed for the sitting room door and made for the pantry where mating galore was kept in a cupboard that stood in the nook, a cupboard the war, or the wee moose's cloak. And through the wee road that she'd made a herself, and inside the press she climbed on flat pail, intending to lout to the shelf for the cheese, when suddenly the missus let out a great sneeze. The poor moosey shuddered and at sick like soon, and losing her grip on the pail tumbled down, and landed poor creature inside a moose trap. 'Twas hardly the place for a wee moose to drop. Need I tell you the end of this story surreal? The moosey is dead now, nae more will she steal. But gin only she thought all I look her a leap, should be back in her nest and curled up asleep. Of course we left Hall Hill and we went down to Maud, to stay in Maud. Bill bought a house there, but in between that he'd bought a house in St. Combs because we loved St. Combs. It was the second time we'd been in St. Combs and we found the people very kindly and couthy. And they were very good at time of the Yarmouth Rock and all the things like that, and we thought we'd go back, so we went back a while there. And then Bill said one day, I'd so like the country. He'd been very ill with a strange flu that was in the go. And he didn't feel at all well, but the heart was very bad, of course. And so we saw this house at Maud, which needed a lot, or he would be pleased with it. So we bought the house at Maud, and then the work began. Rafters had to be put in, everything had to be right. And it had to be white. But he did it all up and dug the garden and did all he could, and a bunny ran through the garden, and that pleased him better than anything. And he'd a pony, and the pony used to eat in the tennis court, and the children had plenty room to play. I had 5 grandchildren at this time, and they all came for their holidays, so that was their delight to come and get a place to stay and dance about in. But then Bill's heart was getting worse all the time, and he had diabetes as well, but the heart, he landed in Forester Hill with thrombosis. They got him better the first time. But then one day he went out on the 3rd of March 1976 to visit the pony up in the field and give it a drink of water. And he was never coming home and never coming home. And then a doctor turned up with a policeman because it was a sudden death. And Bill had died in the field with the pony. So it was a massive thrombosis. I eased my heart as well as I could with writing little verses every day I took my pen out and continued to write a little. God cares. Because I love him, I must sing this song. With burdened heart, I still must go along. He gives me strength and courage to prolong unwilling days, and tells me in my morning song, time brings soft rays. And when you remember that others have mourned as you mourn today, think of the seasons and ponder, each leaf in its time falls away. Some on the branches may linger, others fall quick to decay. Life has the same kind of pattern, death reaps early or late as it may. Time, friend, yes, time is the healer that will strengthen your sad, weary heart. God gave them to us for a season, and as leaves from the tree we must part.